record you and record me. Okay, so this is a functional workout, but it's going to flow. There's not going to be any breaks in between. We're just going to go through and I'm going to keep adding on. I'm going to keep moving you. And the whole purpose of this type of a workout is to highlight your weaknesses. So you make a mental note of what your weaknesses are. And instead of running away from those weaknesses like majority of humans do, you're going to embrace them and you're going to work on them. And this is what this is all about. Everyone's got weaknesses, whether it's your shoulder strength, whether it's your lower back, whether it's your flexibility, whether it's your posture. It really does highlight weaknesses. Okay, for me, it's my balance. I've got flat feet. I've got no arches on my feet. So without trainers, I find it really hard to balance, but I embrace it, okay? And I work on it. It means my core has to be super, super strong. Otherwise, I fall over all the time. And I can't afford to be falling over at the age of 55 because for me, recovery is much slower than a 35-year-old. So I have to be really conscious and cautious. And that's why for me, this type of a workout is incredibly important. So you're just going to pop your weights down to the side and you're going to be standing at the front of your mat. We're just going to go bang, 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 bang all the way through this workout. Hands down, okay? Bend your knees as much as you need to get the palms of your hands onto the floor. And you're going to step back into your plank. You're going to lower your knees. You're still in the 3/4 plank, so I don't want to see you in a box plank. You are in a 3/4 plank. You're going to release your toes. You're going to lower your chest, use the triceps. Can you see how my elbows are tucked in? Then you're going to take yourself into a cobra. And from here, you're going to go into a rest position. So leave your hands stuck where they are. Your butt should be in the air as you take it back towards your heels. And then you're going to come back into 3/4. Those hands should not move, okay? Lower your chest again. Chest, not belly. And then you release the belly into cobra and then take the butt back. Just going to do a few of those, warming up the shoulders. 3/4. Lower the chest. Release the belly. Cobra stretch. Really extend those arms in your cobra stretch and take the butt back. Couple more. Breathe. 3/4 plank. Lower the chest. Cobra. Rest position. One more. Chest. Cobra. Rest position. Now you're going to come back into your 3/4. You're going to tuck your toes under. You're going to take yourself into a plank position. Now make sure those wrists are in line with the shoulders. You're going to bring one knee in. Let it hover between your arms. Take it back. Other knee. Take it back. Rocket launcher. Push that butt back, launch off the toes. Hop it in, feet in line with your hips, coming up, palms to chest. You're going to step one leg back, toe facing forward. You're going to lunge. You're going to bring the knee up all the way up to the chest. And release. Other leg, step it back, lunge. Knee up. And release. Hands down. Step back into your plank. 3/4, release the toes, release the knees, release the chest, cobra. Tuck the toes under, back into plank. Bring the knee in for 1, 2, rocket launcher. Hop it in, stand up, palms to chest. Step it back. Now lunge, tap that knee on the floor. Bring it up, knee up. And release. Other side, lunge. Tap the knee. Bring the knee up. And release. Hands down, step back. 3/4, release the knees, release the toes, release the chest. Cobra. Take the butt back towards the heels. Back into your plank, tuck the toes under. Back into plank, rocket launcher, hop it in. Stand up, palms to chest. Step it back, tap the knee down to the floor. Bring the knee up and release. Other side, step it back. Tap the knee, bring the knee up and release. Stay there, stay there, stay there. We have a latecomer. Stay there. So feet should be a little bit wider than your hips. Palms to your chest. You're going to go down into a squat, but you're going to take those butts as in line with your knees. You're going to come up. You're going to bring one knee up. Opposite elbow to opposite knee. You're going to twist and release. And again, you're going to squat. You're going to come up. Other knee. Elbow to knee. And release. On the mute. Squat. Coming up. Elbow, lift the knee, twist. And release. We're just going to keep repeating. Squat. Up. Knee. Twist and release. One more on each side. The longer you stay with the knee up in the air, the more you are challenging your core. Excellent. Hands down. Step back into your plank. Make sure those wrists are in line with the shoulders. We're going through the routine all over again. Here we go. Mountain climber, knee, back, knee, back. Rocket launcher, hop in. Stand up, palms to chest, step it back. Lunge and tap. Knee up. And release. Other side, lunge. Knee and tap. Knee up. And release. Squat. Knee up. Elbow to knee twist. And release. And again, squat. Knee up. Elbow to knee. And release. Hands down. Step back. Release the knees, toes. Release the chest. Cobra. And then take yourself back into your rest position, and you're just going to stay there for now. And breathe. Box position in the middle of your mat now. Grab your weight or your tin of something. We're going to go bird dog with the rotation. Okay, so you're going to slide opposite arm, opposite leg. Slide it away. Don't lift yet. You've got to check that your hips haven't twisted. Then you're going to lift. Opposite arm, opposite leg. And lower. We're not going to add in the twists yet. Let's just do lift and lower. Here we go. Inhale, exhale, lift. And lower. Inhale, exhale, lift. And lower. Two more. And release. Lift. And release. So on the next one, we're going to bend the knee with the leg in the air, and we're going to reach back and tap the toe with the weight. So lift, bend the knee, toe, point the toe. Now you're going to reach back, tap the toe, bring it back, lower, slide it in. Quite intense, okay? We're going to do it again. First you slide, check the hips haven't swiveled, then you lift, bend the knee, point the toe, twist and tap. Bring it back, lower, slide it in. Good stuff, good stuff. Swap it over. Other side. Remember, you slide first. Position the hips, square with the floor, then you lift. Then you lower. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Lift. Lift that arm in line with the ear, lift the leg in line with the hip, lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. and lower. Get ready for the twist on the next one. So here we go. We're going to lift. You're going to bend the knee. The knee is still in line with your hip. You're going to reach back. You're going to bring it back in. You're going to lengthen the leg. Lower. Slide it in. We got another one. Here we go. Slide. Lift. Bend the knee. Rotate. Tap. Bring it in. Lengthen the leg. Lower. Slide it in. Pop the weight to one side. You're going to step back into your plank. You're going to take the butt all the way into the air, downward dog. Push back. Breathe. And then you're going to walk your hands back towards your feet and restack your spine, coming all the way up. Fingertips up onto your toes. Reach, reach, reach. And release. Okay, so we're going to come to one side of your mat. Let's go without any weights for now. Just for now, let's just practice the sequence first. So feet in line with your hips. You're going to take your arms all the way up to the sky. So I'm going to go towards my right. Okay, so my movements are going to go towards my right. So I'm going to be using my right leg. So my right leg first is going to go into a curtsy squat. You can go behind me, cross it over. It's going to go into a curtsy. Then that back knee, that right leg is going to come and meet your elbow, same side. Then you're going to release it down. Then you're going to take your arms out to the side. The same leg is going to step it out into a side lunge. You're going to take your same finger towards the same toe, and the other one's going to reach for the ceiling. Now, if you can get your hand down to the floor. Don't be afraid to deepen that stretch. Breathe. And then you're going to come back up, still staying in the lunge. Take the arms up. You're going to push off the toe, go straight into your curtsy. And then you start that sequence all over again. Elbow to knee from the side. It's from the side. So you're opening up your hip flexor. Arms to the side as you step into your side lunge. Nice big side lunge. Windmill the arms. Go as far as you can into that stretch. Arms up. Step it in. And curtsy. Now just step it in for me. You might want to have a go with your weights. Have a go. See if it's any more challenging. If it's too much, go without. Here we go. We're going to go into the curtsy. Elbow to knee from the side. And release. Arms out. Step it into your lunge. Windmill those arms. Bring the arms back above the head as you step back into your curtsy. Elbow to knee. Release. Arms out to the side. Excellent. You got it. Windmill. Bring it back. Arms up. Straight to curtsy. One more. Elbow to knee. And release. Arms out to the side. Step. And windmill. Really nice and deep into that lunge. Arms up. And then just step it in and release. I wonder if you felt any different with your weights. So now we're going to go to the other side. You're going to step it out with the other side and you're going to curtsy with the other side. Deep breath. Arms up. Get ready for the curtsy. Elbow to knee from the side. Release. Arms out. Step out. Lunge. Windmill. Bring it back in. Back into your curtsy. Push off that foot. Elbow to knee. And release. Arms out. Step it out. Windmill. Bring it in. Curtsy. Elbow to knee. Oh. Arms out. Last one. Go into curtsy, elbow to knee, and release. Oh my God. Okay, so what did that highlight for you? It highlighted a lot for me. Definitely my balance is something I shall be forever working on. I know that for a fact, and I shall continue. So you're on your butt. I don't want to be an 85-year-old breaking bones. Okay, I want to be an 85-year-old still with full mobility and with strong muscles protecting those bones. So roll your shoulders back, guys. Arms out in front. You're on your sitting bones. With or without weights, I really don't mind. The extra weight, all it does, it puts pressure on your joints, okay? Which is good. But only if your joints can handle it. Your muscles may not be strong enough yet. So shoulders away from the ears, you're gonna go into a half roll back. Go back as far as you can control it. Then you're gonna rotate the arm all the way out to the side, and you're gonna reach back, look back, bring it in, come up and find your sitting bones. And again, you're gonna sink. Anytime that gets too much for the arms, you just release them down to the floor and you join in. Other side, rotate, bring it in, and up, and sink, and breathe. Rotate. We're just gonna alternate these arms. Yes. And in. And sink. And again, rotate. Oh, that feels good, doesn't it? Coming up. And again, sink and rotate. One more on each side. And up. And sink. And rotate. Okay, we're going to pop the weights down to the floor. I'm going to pop your fingertips onto your kneecaps. And you're just going to sink back, holding yourself there by your fingertips. Pull that belly in. You're really going to open up the shoulder blades with this stretch. It's such a good stretch. Hold. Breathe. And release. You're going to lengthen your legs now. You're on your sitting bones, so please find those sitting bones. Really does help with your posture. What we're going to do is we are going to we're going to keep our upper spine curved the whole time. So yes, you're going to come up and find sitting bones at some point, but you're going to keep your upper spine curved. We're not going to lengthen, okay? So slightly different to how we do it in active flow. So your weights are by your side. You're going to sink back first, so you're opening up your shoulder blades, and then you're going to slide your arms forward, whether you've got your weights or not. You're going to slide them forward, keeping that upper spine curve, go as far as you can. And then you're going to lift the weights, and then you're going to go down as far as you can into a half roll back. Then you're going to lower the weights or lower the arms, slide them forward, keep that upper back curve, going as far forward as you can, lift and back. Pull the belly in, lower, slide, whether it's fingertips or your tins of chickpeas or your weights, you're sliding and lift. And lower. Now we're going to take that lift a little bit higher. We're going to take it all the way up to the ceiling. So slide, lift all the way up and sink. Go as low as you can, lower, slide, keeping that upper back as curved as possible, and lift. And sink. And lower. And slide. Now we're going to go all the way down to the floor. Are you ready for this? Losing my shorts. Here we go. Lift all the way up to the sky and sink. Nice and slow and controlled. Now, as your head hits the floor, you're going to bring the weights down to your side. You're going to bring your chin to your chest. Are you ready to slide? Slide and come forward. And lift. And lower. And breathe. Release the head, release the arms. We're going again, chin to chest. Slide. And lift. And lower. One more, and then we're gonna change it into arm rotation. So slide. Lift. And then lower. Yes. Now stay here, stay here. Give yourself lots of room because you're going to take the arms up and over now. Your palms are facing the ceiling. Your feet are flexed. Your arms are hovering off the floor. You're going to rotate your arms. Full arm rotation. Still the palms are facing the ceiling. You're going to bring your chin to your chest as the arms come above your thighs. And now you're going to come up with the arms facing the ceiling. In exactly the same way, you're going to take it back. Full arm rotation, chin to chest. Control. If it's too much for you, please get rid of the weights. If it's too much for you with the arm rotation, don't do the arm rotation. Just keep coming up and off the floor for the roll back. Control, control, control. So important. Breathe. Come in. And again, just going to do a couple more of those. And then all the way up. Now, one thing I noticed, and I don't know if you noticed this yourself, when I go down with the arm rotation there, you're putting a lot of pressure on your obliques. And what I'm finding is when I go down, I tend to tip. So I have more, I'm taking more weight and more pressure onto one side. So that means I have a weakness here. So I'm really conscious of not, because then that will hit into my back. And I don't want that. That will cause me an injury. So I'm really conscious to make sure that I'm distributing that weight onto both sides. You have to be so conscious of your own bodies. No one knows yourself as good as you do. Even if you had the best PT in the world, they will not be able to know what you're feeling. So you have to be your own PT, okay? You have to be really conscious of what your body is feeling and how you're feeling these exercises, okay? And be in a position where you correct yourself, okay? That's the only way you're going to avoid injuries. So we've got last 6 minutes left. I would like to do a little bit of deep stretches for the hip flexors and some lower back work. So let's get into a box position at the front of your mat. You're going to take your right foot back into your plank and then your left foot. You're going to do a downward dog, big downward dog. You're going to really push back because you've just worked your shoulder. So it's really nice to get a shoulder stretch here. We don't do stretches at the end of this workout. You don't need to, because this is all about, you have literally stretched all the way through the workout. You're going to take one leg into the air, take it as high as you can, open up that hip flexor. Then you're going to bend the knee and you're going to step it in to the outside of your hand. You are going to walk yourself into what we call a Cossack squat. So from here, actually I should be facing you to do this. From here, you're going to walk your hands into the middle, lengthen that front knee and come into a Cossack squat, okay? You're going to go from one side to the other. You're going to turn your toe. The toe is turning forwards and backwards. You're swiveling on both heels, okay? And then back again. And each time you're going to get lower and lower into that squat. And then back forward. Really lengthen the leg at the back when you are forward. And then coming back to the center and then over to the other side. Now, if you're confident with this, you can go without the hands. So you're going to go without the hands. If you can. If you can't, use the fingertips. Yes. And then over back to the other side. So good for your hip flexors. I find my hip flexors, they do really feel it. And then the next day they really feel it. But ultimately they're getting stronger and stronger. And you go even lower. You're warming up now. Give it a go. Wow. Yes. And then you're going to pop your hands down to the floor. You're going to slide yourself back into your plank and give me a downward dog. You're going to push back. You're going to walk back. I'm going to restack your spine all the way up into the air. Come up onto your toes. And release. Now we're going to go the other way, okay? So now we've got the other one to stretch. So hands down. Step back into your plank. Downward dog. Now you're going to take the other leg all the way into the air. Bend the knee. Step it into the outside of your hand. Are you ready? You're going to walk yourself into the middle of your body. Then you're going to walk yourself over to the other side. Then you're going to walk yourself back. Then you're going to walk yourself into the middle and over to the other side. Now, one side's going to be easier than the other. Again, highlighting a weakness. Over to the other side. You're getting a lovely stretch in the back of your legs at the same time. Now, do you want to try it without hands? If you want, you give it a go. But otherwise, keep your fingertips on the floor. And then you're just going to lengthen that leg back into your downward dog, into your plank. You're going to give me a downward dog. And then you're going to come back into your plank. Lower the knees, release the toes, and just sit back on your heels. Some really intense stuff today. I was going to do some back extension work, but we don't have time. Make sure I will do back extension work next time, really important. But some feedback would be great. Let me know how you got on with those exercises. They're all very, very challenging exercises. Let me know what you found. What have you discovered about yourself today? What have you discovered about your weaknesses? Let me know. It's really important, okay?